Thomas kemudian mana ya? I don't think so. Are you doing Hudson yet?
Okay. The guy from Holland's here. Should I have him wait till 11 to start then? Okay. 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 Cool. Well, I'll get him. I'll get him set up. Okay. Cool. Yep. Bye. So the class of students that started this week is in Hudson. But they're going to be watching through the internet, and then I'm going to bring the Interstate cell phone in here, and they're going to text questions. You could just Josh just asked if we could wait 10 minutes just till we hit 11, so someone to hang out and we get everything else situated. He's about to be, so if you want to grab a keyboard, go ahead.
Morning. Yeah. Wonderful. How are you? Good. Hey, you wake up about you know, keep breathing down your throat. I agree. Especially when they have bad breath. Yeah. Nothing's wrong with it. That's a big problem. Morning.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good.
Right?
Yeah, she ain't the most focused, huh?
Any questions at any time within an hour, sometimes in a matter of minutes. Yeah, I'm listening, straightforward. You interested in dump trucks or anything?
Nah. Alright, I was thinking of going regional. Probably like Schneider, because they're like the only people that come through that are actually true regional. You know, so far that I've seen. I kind of want to go over the road, but it's like, go in between, make a little more money, be home a little more.
This is what I did too. I'm not going with Schneider. Going with the west side.
West side?
Yeah. They've got a regional route. Between here and Mississippi.
Okay, nice one, huh?
All my
Consistent.
weekends too.
Mississippi every time?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Delivering Toyota parts.
Okay.
Tough duty.
Just
New
drop
trailer, bye-bye.
West side, huh? Just smaller outfit around here?
Right around the block.
They're like a block away. Go past the Peterbilt dealer.
Okay. How many positions they looking for?
Call and find out. I can give you the lady's name.
Yeah?
Yeah, they also have local too.
That was west side?
West Side Transport. Crystal is my recruiter. My name is Will Heritage.
Will Heritage?
Mm-hmm. If you get my name, I get a bonus.
You're already signed up and
We'll
with them.
start probably the first. If I get out of here soon enough.
Yeah.
And they don't require me to
No, not yet, very shortly.
do an alley park, I'll be okay.
Nice. At least 3 times it has to be just oh yeah.
Oh, it's behind.
Doing my best here,
Well, I put Crystal on twice. You know, I explained I ran into this issue. I just told her, just everybody does that. It's okay. Watch, you get there, it turns out that it's just one crazy bunch of human beings. They have drivers locked up in the safe somewhere. They haven't fed them or drink, have water in 2 days.
I think the biggest, I would say the biggest factor.
Can you send me a text on the phone just so I can have it open to the one he's going to be on?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
You should be all set to go here shortly. Camera's right here. And then. There we go.
You want to pass these?
yeah.
Alright.
How much you need for cash?
You're all set to go. Should be good. So the text will come in on this.
Okay.
If they come in, camera's right there. It's a tiny bit of a delay.
We do that? We do.
We do a lot.
Hey guys, I'm Jim. I'm the driver instructor for USF Holland. There are a couple things to go over with you. Like everybody else, we're looking for drivers. How many of you guys are getting your manual transmission? Okay, we require manual. We got trucks that are 20 years old, 15 years old. There'll probably be another 15 years for all automatic. Hazmat and tanker is also required with us. Okay, so part of that, of course, going through hazmat screening with TSA, get your fingerprints done, doing background check and all that kind of stuff. All of our positions that we have right now are local. It's all city pickup and delivery. You're home every night, off weekends. We have 8 paid holidays. After your first year, you get 5 days vacation, and 60% into your second year, you get another 5 days vacation. At the start of each year, you get 5 unaccruable sick days. So start now, get on the union roster, and January 1st, or this, January 1st of 2020, you'll have 10 days off. You get plus your paid holidays. We pay hourly. Union full scale, once you're on the union, is $22.11. We pay time and a half after 8 hours, not 40 or 50 like some places. At 8 hours, you get time and a half. Average guy doing 60, well, they do about 50 to 55 hours a week. But at 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, it comes out to about 65 grand a year. Benefits we have, this one too. We're one of the few companies out there that still pay 100% of your premium for your health care. We got Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Silver Plan, and it's for you and your family. So you got your spouse doesn't have insurance offered, put them under it, put your kids under it, and it doesn't cost you a penny out of your paycheck. You do have a deductible. It's a low deductible. I think it's $1,000, and then out of pocket, and then $3,000 total. After $1,000, it's 80-20 type thing. So it's pretty cheap insurance. As an example, my wife actually is offered insurance through her work. I have her under mine, and due to her being offered it and not taking it, we have to pay a little bit of a penalty. I pay $25 a week to have her under my policy, saving us about $300 a month for her premium. So it's really beneficial. We also have dental, Delta Dental. We have a vision plan, long and short-term disability, and you can upgrade all those, get insurance on your spouse and all that kind of stuff. Obviously any upgrade you pay. I have, with my wife under mine, and we went with a premium Delta Dental plan. Added additional life insurance for myself, my wife. I can't remember what all else. I got a bunch of extra stuff, the identity theft deal, whatever. It's cost me $60 a month or a week to have all that. So We are Teamster 120. How many of you guys have been Teamster before? Anybody? Okay. Good thing is you don't have to pay the initiation again. You get your withdrawal card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can get it through the union hall. And the union handles all the benefits and retirement plan. We do have a 401k that is optional. If you want to roll something over from another job, kick in some more money, you can do that. We don't contribute into it, being that we already do your retirement plan. So, let's see, weekends off. There is, like this Saturday, they do have sign up for about 5 or 6 hours overtime on Saturday. That's all time and a half. Generally, you know, with union, of course, it's seniority, so it makes a difference. The 8 paid holidays. An example I got there, Thanksgiving, a lot of companies have Thanksgiving off, but then you work Friday, right? We give you Thursday and Friday. Same with Christmas, you get Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So there's 4 of your holidays right there that's paid. New graduates from school. Okay, you come to us, you're qualified, put you in what's called limited driver program. And from there, you know, just coming out of school, you got just the basic, right? So we'll polish you up, you know, get your backing so it's good, your driving, so on and so forth. And when you get done with that training, there's a 30-day probation from the end of training until you're on the union roster. Once you're on the union roster for 30 days, then we will start reimbursing you for your school. We pay up to $4,000, and it's paid out quarterly. So after that first union thing there, then you get $1,000, and 3 months later another $1,000, and so on. Yes, sir.
Do you become a driver after the 30 days, or are you on the dock too?
No, all of our drivers work dock and drive.
Okay.
Generally, what
happens? Split?
What's that?
Is there an hourly or?
It all depends on what the freight demand is and where you're at in seniority. We got senior guys that bid 2, 3 o'clock in the morning start. They don't even get in the truck. They don't want to. They're tired of dealing with traffic. You know, they got 20, 25 years in. They're done.
Sure.
So, you know, bottom of the scale, you know, new guys generally start about 10:30. You know, it's going to be a couple of years you'll do that. Work 10:30 till about 9, 10 o'clock at night. Once in a while, guys put in until midnight. But again, overtime after 8 hours, they can make some good money.
Sure.
We do have what we call line haul, which is our version of over the road. What that is we have all day cabs on our trucks. So some of our established routes, and it really varies on how seniority bids. You never know what the senior guys are going to bid. One guy goes to Des Moines, Iowa every day. Stops in Owatonna, exchanges some freight on that trailer, then comes to Minneapolis. And when he's stopped moving freight or whatever, he goes to hourly. So he'll do all the miles, because you get paid miles on the line haul. But then he gets about 20, 25 hours a week in pay for working the dock when he's changing out freight.
What's the mileage pay?
I think it's like 53 or 54 cents a mile, something like that. Don't hold me to that, but it's right around that ballpark. Like I said, with city drivers, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, it's about 65 grand a year. Our line haul guys are about 75 to 80. I know there's a line haul guy out of Milwaukee. He's a new guy, actually. He actually bid line haul. A lot of guys, once they drive city, they don't want to go to line haul. They want to be home with the family. So junior guys can get line haul. But once you're in line haul, you're there. That's your career. So if you stay at city, you know, once in a while a vacation comes up on line haul, you can bid it just for a week or whatever. Some guys do that just to make a little extra cash, but so just one particular driver down in Milwaukee, he's on open board line haul, which means you go wherever. When you get there, they put you in a hotel. And then the next day he gets up, so he may take off out of Milwaukee. By Friday, he's down in Atlanta and works his way back or whatever.
So what is it, 14 out, 3 days back?
It varies. It's they try not to go more than about 7 to 10 and get guys back because they try to keep it fairly consistent. But this particular guy in Milwaukee, I guess he made 103,000 doing line haul. Single guy, so he just takes whatever trip is out there and make the wheels turn, plus the hourly on top of it, whatever. So you can make some good money, good benefits, and
That's all running a day camp.
day camp, yep. Put you in a hotel when you get there, so you don't have to sleep in the camper. So, some guys just want to run, sleep in the back of the truck. That's fine, but I don't know. I like to take a shower when I get off work, and take one when I get up in the morning or at night. Technically on line haul. Line haul runs overnight, so if you're not a good night person, it's not a thing to really look at. But they say to get there, you'd have to bid it anyhow. So if you don't want to work line haul, you don't want to work that kind of shift, don't bid it. Simple as that. With the dock and stuff, we do train on the dock. You're certified on a forklift. We do haul hazmat, so there's some training we go through there. Once you get on board, within the first couple of weeks, we send you down to Indianapolis. You can either ride. We arrange to ride with the line haul driver to get you down there, put you up in a hotel. There's 2.5 days of orientation we do down there. That's everybody. You learn about placarding, hazmat. Taking your hazmat test is the regulations. We teach you the meat and potatoes of how to know when to placard and what to placard. Until I went down there, I had to struggle. I mean, I've had my hazmat since early '90s. Sit and figure out which placards to put on and stuff. You bang your head against the wall, and they got a technique down there. It's like a flow chart. Ask a couple of questions and follow the yes and no's. It works out really slick. Some guys opt to drive down there. If you drive, the mileage is on your own. You get paid the hourly to go. I think they figure it's 11 hours or something. So you get paid your time down there. It's not a problem. But the thing nice, when you get done with class at noon on Friday, driving, you can head home, be home by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. If you're doing the line haul, you have to get 10 hours rest, so you don't get back, you don't even get on the road till 10, 11 o'clock Friday night, so you get home Saturday morning sometimes. So there's an advantage to driving. So let's see. Any questions so far?
I have one. You said, I'm sorry I came in late, tanker endorsements.
Yep.
You guys, people can drive tank trucks?
Well, definition of a tank truck is over 1,000 gallons of totes, right? So we do a lot of tote stuff. So you get more than 4 totes, those big totes on a trailer, now you're a tanker. As far as a bottle on the back of the truck, no, we don't. It's all dry van.
Okay.
But it's all that's why
So
we
you do the
tank.
totes and
What's that?
you just said you do the totes only?
Totes only, yep. And of course, there's barrels. Well, of course, barrels is involved, but we haul everything. I mean, on the dock, I've seen riding lawnmowers on crates. We do a lot of stuff with federal cartridge. That's part of our hazmat. That's pretty much routine. It's right there in the backyard almost.
Do we get samples?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, years ago they used to have a company store, kind of like Sportsman's Guide over here, where they got the scratch and dent. You get the factory second, loads for real cheap. They quit doing that, 20 years ago, I think it was. But,
what's the dock work like? I mean, what percentage driving versus dock work do you think?
it varies. Some of the guys lower in seniority that have been there about a year now, I know they'll come in, they'll work the dock an hour or two, loading their trailer, and they'll take off, be gone 6 hours, come back, do a little more dock work. You may go out right away and then come back and work 4 hours on the dock. Okay. Or you may work 6 hours on the dock and now go do a trailer switch at Federal Cartridge. And, it varies. And our dock is not heated, nor is it cooled. Well, it's cooled right now. So
In the summer it's heated.
Yeah. So it, you know, and they give guys breaks, you know, they go in, warm up and stuff. When it's real cold, our production is way down because, you know, you get cold. I mean, you tell guys, you know, dress for going out ice fishing, you know. And the worst part is you're not, everything's forklift. So you're not moving to build up a little heat, you know. Okay, you can go out working cold, go split firewood or whatever, right? And build, you know, stay warm. Well, just sitting there on a forklift. Then the wind chill factor when you go up and down the dock, so it can get chilly out there. Right? I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all.
So you're not lifting by hand.
Very seldom is there something. I mean, if it's, you know, long rods, that, you know, conduit or, you know, something weird shape that you got to do. But yeah, everything's on fork. You know. Once in a while you got to, you know, strap things down or shrink wrap them or whatever, but, you know, for the most part, it's all.
You got a shrink wrap machine, right?
No.
So it's hand twirl and
Yep.
get dizzy and call it good?
Yep, pretty much. I mean, then we got one of those hand bands, you know, for the plastic banding, you know, like that. But you know, it's fair. You know, I was talking to one of the guys today. He's been around for about 8 years. You know, he said, as far as the work goes, you know, it's kind of nice because you get a variety. You're not staring out a windshield for you know, 10 hours of the day, and you know, getting variety. And lower on the totem pole, you don't know where you're going to be on, you know, when you go out and do pickup delivery. So if you know the Twin Cities well, great. If you don't, you will. So because we go down as far as Lakeville and up as far as Mora, and then over to, was it Albany, Minnesota, out to Wilmer. You know, you get into Wisconsin a little bit there, go over to Baldwin and such. So.
Yeah, if there's weather or an issue with weather, we're not forced to drive through, right?
Well, if you don't want to go out, then you'll stay on the dock. Yeah, you hand it off to a more junior guy. But yeah, there's no real forced dispatch if you don't feel it's safe. You know, but if you're out and now the roads start getting bad, then you pretty well got to come back because you know, you're local, but you're getting paid. You're sitting in traffic, takes you 3 hours to get from Woodbury up to Coon Rapids. Just think of the dollar signs as you're sitting there in traffic. You know, you don't have to worry about that odometer clicking to make money. You know, so. Done that many times around Chicago. Anything else?
Shifts. How many people work on a shift?
For example, 10:30 is our normal start time for junior guys. There's about 35 guys that start there.
That's AM or PM?
PM. Or no, AM. Excuse me. 10:30 AM. Yep. Pretty much everything is day shift. I know we have at least 2 that I know of, senior guys. One starts at 1 AM, one starts at 3 AM. They purposely bid it. They got 20 some years in the company, but their reasoning is get in, get it done. Now they're off by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock Friday morning. Now they got the weekend. You know, it's almost like getting an extra half day or whatever. So that's why they do it. Or, you know, wife's work and kids or whatever, it works out better for them that way. You never know. We have start time at 5. I can't remember if we got anybody at 6. We do have probably a dozen and a half guys come in at 7 o'clock. You know, another dozen at 8, 9 o'clock, and then the 10:30 is the big wave. By 10:30, our line haul get in from the overnight. You know, from Lincoln, Nebraska, or Chicago, wherever they're coming from, and then breaking down the trailers, getting the freight onto the outbound for delivery that day if we can. So we do some guarantee stuff. So freight comes in, guarantee, want to make sure it gets there. So, and that's the thing with being a driver on the dock, even low on the totem. Something comes in, you may take 4 pallets out because something's guaranteed. You know, then you go, you know, get done with that, maybe do some pickups, maybe come back empty. Different every day. Anything else?
And you're paid bi-weekly?
Nope, every week.
every week.
and they go direct deposit. They have when you get signed up for direct deposit, you can have your pay stub either emailed to you, and then of course the company that does it, you can log on, set up a login, then you can just download your pay stubs. That's always kind of nice, especially if you're looking at buying a house or something where you need your pay stubs, you can just every week just download it and keep a record that way.
And it's 90 or 30 days after you're hired before you get your dental or your
No, the insurance actually kicks in. So let's say, for example, okay, you guys come in with limited experience. You're probably looking at 3 to 5 weeks to get fully trained. Once you're fully trained, then you get your what's called your probation letter, your 30-day probation. After that, now you're vested. I shouldn't say vested. What's the terminology? Well, when you finish and you get your letter, you get your seniority number. After the 30, you're officially on the union. Then it's 4 or 8 Mondays after that your insurance kicks in, because the union's handling all that. So it takes a while. And of course, they start taking union dues. But I don't even. When I was a union rep for a different union before, and they're generally less than 2%. Initiation, I want to say, don't hold me to this. I put out every disclaimer I can on this, but I want to say it's about $400 initiation. They take out, over a 3 or 4 week period or whatever it is. But then once you're done with that, then it's a couple percent. I think one union I was on is 1.95%. So
I'm not familiar with this union retirement. What is that?
it's a private pension plan. Okay. Any place else you go now is a 401, company contributes, and stock market crashes, and you lose everything. But with the pension, right now it is a little underfunded nationwide. They're working with Congress to get all that taken care of. But you talk to any older union guy that's retired, you get the union takes care to make sure you get your pension. So company folds up tomorrow and is gone. Some of these companies, the pension's gone with it. Where with a union's got it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
To apply, there's the careers.hollandregional.com. Does everybody live right in the Twin Cities, or somebody outstate more? Somebody outstate? Okay.
You guys just got the one terminal there in Coon Rapids?
Coon Rapids, Owatonna, and Worthington. And if you're looking at transferring your license somewhere else, we're got 53 terminals in 16 states, 14 states, something like that. So you want to move to Birmingham, transfer down there. You start back at the bottom of the totem pole with your seniority number, but you decide, getting close to retirement, or maybe your wife is retired already or something. You're just tired of the cold. There's that option. You can go to a different location even. So.
Does Holland own other freight liners or other freight lines, or is it owned by another freight line?
We are actually owned by YRC Incorporated.
Yellow.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yellow Roadway Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Under that, there's Holland, there's Redway out west, there's New Penn on the east coast, and Holland, and then of course YRC still has their division.
So can you do a lateral transfer into example YRC?
You'd apply basically as an outside person, but being you're part of the family, it's obviously helps you out.
So
But you'd start over with the union and everything else.
Absolutely. So do you have to go through the same? Would you have to go through the same process, 30-day and so on, or is that
now if it depends on what their union is set up. I have no idea what YRC's contract is, or Redway, or anything else.
I see.
So, because that's a whole different company. But just for example, okay, you stuck around here a couple of years, and now you get the experience, and now you want to apply at Redway and go out to Oregon or something. You can do that, but you're basically applying as an outside driver.
Got it.
But you got the little leg up being part of the family already. So
Got it.
whether that helps you or hurts you, I don't know. So,
And is there a high turnover rate at Holland?
we got a lot of retirements that are a problem. And I think we had 6 in December. We got another 6 or 7 this month. A lot of senior guys, they're getting up there. We got one driver, I know he's 69 years old, still kicking. He's thinking about going, but
Do you have a retirement age for people?
nope. Doesn't work as long as you pass medical and do the job. You're good to go. It's kind of funny. A few years ago, I was working for a different company, and I was working a yard dog, and guy come in from I think it's Penske trailer. We had some leased trailers that were going back, and this guy come out to get it. He was 92 years old. He's a World War II vet. He was still out driving. Just part-time. He said he drives whenever he wants. If he doesn't feel like coming in, he tells. So, kind of like that. So,
That's impressive.
yeah. But yeah, if you're interested, get online and apply. Like I say, the best bet, on your application there, they'll ask if you have your CDL. Check no, but note in there that you're going to be graduating. Anybody graduating here this week or within the next couple of weeks? Okay. So if you're taking a road test this week yet, or early next week, just wait till you get it. Get your CDL in hand, and then keep it a little easier to apply that way. So.
And we can use previous or prior driving experience.
Yep. No, you're just doing a Class A refresher, or?
No, I did delivery work,
Okay.
and I was here in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
So I know the cities and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the recruiter goes, as far as whether you're limited category or full qualified, it's based on Class A.
Okay.
But obviously, the prior delivery is going to help out during the training phase.
Sure.
So I just had a guy a couple months ago. He'd been driving a non-commercial, under 26,000 vehicle for CenturyLink. Got his Class A in September. Well, that's not long enough to consider full qualified, but the guy went out. I worked with him one day just to officially have paperwork on him, hand him over to Mentor, and he got done in like 2.5 weeks. Yeah, so that'll definitely, it'll help you out in the long run. It doesn't really make too much difference to start with, though. So. Anything else? Yeah. I don't see any text messages coming in, so I guess we will call it a day. If you got any questions, feel free to get the recruiter number on there. They can answer a bunch of questions too for you.
I have a question. If you need to get a day off, after kids, whatnot, after kids, is that a problem just taking unpaid?
That's something you're gonna have to discuss with the recruiter.
Okay.
When you get your sick days,
Okay.
then call them sick or whatever. Or next Thursday your kid's got a doctor appointment or something like that. Well, there you can take a day off or arrange for something. They pretty well try to keep it slow. Worst case, okay, you call in sick, you don't have a sick day, I get a warning letter or something, but you get staff.
Yeah.
Right now, we got a really good terminal manager, and about the only grievances we're getting is for attendance. Guys show up late for work, coming to work, whatever. There's nothing the union or the company can do. We're not responsible enough to do right.
Is there like a point system usually with attendance?
I don't know how to work it.
When I was in the 120, there was. That was warehouse.
Yeah, probably something like that. If so many in a certain amount of period, I know after a while, you know, they drop off.
Yeah, rolling calendar point system.
We got some guys, you know, they're reading the union contract. Okay, I can't do it Wednesday, I'm not gonna call it Thursday or whatever, you know what I mean? So, obviously, like that. But yeah, unless you wanna go drive over the road and be gone 14, 18 days at a time, on the daily is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Pleasure meeting you.
You bet.
Oils, where to go? Yeah. I got my pro on hat. Chicks dig it.
But yeah, there's usually a bunch there.
Thank you.
Still live, delayed. There you are.
Hey, look at that guy.
You guys know if Reinhardt's coming today, or are they going to Hudson?
They're, yeah, they said they're gonna put the broadcast in here.
Reinhardt's in Hudson right now. They're gonna bring it here.
They're gonna come in.
Check what I know at.
Reinhardt's gonna. I think it's this one. Reinhardt. No, that's not.
What's Reinhardt doing?
Doing their presentation, but they're doing it from Hudson.
Oh, so you're trying to watch Hudson. So they went over to Hudson to do it.
Yes.
Oh, so these folks here get to watch them.
Yes.
Oh.
Ultra Pro. Oh, okay. So I search Apex Truck School, but nothing comes up. Let's see.
Still listed as Reinhardt.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yep, bye. It will be Reiner. Once I figure this out.
Were you representing Reinhardt now?
No, not quite.
What's that?
Not quite.
How about
Oh,
now?
there it is. There it is. Oh, well, maybe in a second. Oh, there it is.
Pepperoni.
It's cold out there, man.
Yeah, really cold. It's just going to get colder.
That's right.
Alright, now we should be good to go. Alright, they should be getting started here pretty soon. If it hits a point when it buffers and doesn't come back, can one of you guys just come holler at me really quick? It should be good.
You too.
Pizza.
Thank you. All right, well, how's everybody doing? Good. Well, I'm Tracy, so I work with Reinhardt Food Service. And then I have a couple other people with me. So Jimmy George works in transportation and does a lot of different things, but also helps with our new hires and onboarding and interviewing, all those sort of things, the whole onboarding experience for our applicants. And then Jesse.
Hi, I'm from the lacrosse division. I'm the HR manager that oversees the site lacrosse.
Yeah. Yeah, so has anybody heard of Reinhardt? Some of you? Okay. Well, and I know there's a lot of people here. I do think it's worth it just to go around and say your name, where you're from, if you're comfortable with that. If you're not, you can leave that out. And then, you know, what kind of jobs you were hoping to get out of coming to this school. So I think today is day 3 for everybody. This is your first week? Okay, good. So if we just want to go around the room quick and then we'll get started, and we have some goodies to hand out at the end. We have a lot of information that we'll go through, but you can interrupt us at any time if you have questions. You want to start right here?
Sure. Dan Brown from River Heights.
Okay.
Really just open for as far as important.
Okay, good.
I'm on the end from River Heights.
Okay.
My name is Justin. I'm from a small town called Randolph. I'm actually in the line field, so I just need to get my Class A here. So
Okay.
not looking for career checking.
Okay.
My name is Mohammed from Minneapolis.
All right.
Just getting married, so small. Pretty open.
Okay.
My name is Hugo. I'm from St. Paul. And pretty open with those.
I'm getting out about my pretty much legal.
Good.
My name is Joe. I'm from Shakopee or Shakopee. And I'm strictly here as an observer.
My name is Amelia. I'm from Brooklyn Park, and I already have a job at TMC.
Okay, good. You want to go back here?
What did I say again?
Just your name, where you're from, and if you had any specific things you're looking for out of getting your CDL.
My name is Casey. I'm from St. Paul area. And I don't know, I'm just trying to get as much information
Mm-hmm.
He was, lead.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
My name is Buba. I work in Cato. We're trying to get these CDL for us,
Yeah.
but as of now, I started with my plan, so I'm kind of going to second year.
Okay.
So,
yeah, good.
I'm Justin from South St. Paul. I came here with the Duke also from McLean. I don't know where I'm gonna end up either.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm Trav Woodbury, just looking to attend my CDL so I can pursue my apprenticeship. So.
Okay, good.
It's Carol, South St. Paul.
Mm-hmm. Good. You wanna go?
Brandon, Biscuit
Bruce from Los Angeles, based in Minnesota. And, Bruce was not good.
Okay, good. Orange hat?
I'm Billy. I'm from St. Paul. Yeah, I'm looking to Reinhardt, U.S. Foods, Cisco, Johnson's, or now Coca-Cola.
Okay.
I worked for U.S. Foods 3 years ago doing paper. It's hard. So yeah, anyways, I need local delivery.
Yeah.
Todd, Regan, I just kind of broadening my horizons, maybe looking for doing a job after retirement.
All right, good.
Tyler, South St. Paul, kind of how to do like young lovers.
Okay. All right, yeah, good. So yeah, getting your CDL obviously opens up a lot of opportunities. So there's a lot of open jobs out in the marketplace. And with Reinhardt, we'll kind of go through some things here. And again, if you have any questions, just interrupt us at any time, or you can wait until the end. We have some handouts too about some of the information that's in the PowerPoint. Things like pay, things, you know, the things that you guys probably care about the most. So we'll hand out that information. And with Reinhardt, just kind of a general overview. Yeah, we're a food service distribution company. So with the Reinhardt jobs, you know, you're home nightly. So that's one, you know, competitive thing out in the marketplace that we want to make sure people know. That's a big difference between us and some other employers out there. I'm just going to start with a video. It's just about a minute long. We'll see if we have some sound here. Yeah, how do you do that? Okay, sorry guys, hold on. There we go.
I should type that's my jam.
This video might be really cool.
So that's just kind of a big picture overview of what Reinhardt does. And we'll go through that a little bit more on the slides here. So Reinhardt with food service distribution, you know, we're that middle party between like the suppliers and the restaurants. So we service restaurants, hospitals, schools, really anywhere where you can eat. Out of the Twin Cities division, we have a lot of different types of customers. So we do, chain business like Subway, Burger King, Chipotle, Noodles, and then we also do what's called street business. So like the pizza place we ordered from today, bar, restaurants, all those kind of places. Yeah. Yeah, so we service the whole state of Minnesota. We have drivers that live in different domicile areas too. So we deliver to South Dakota, North Dakota, northern Wisconsin. So we have about 35 of our drivers live in some of those locations where we shuttle trailers to them. So we service, a good chunk of the Midwest area. And it just helps the restaurants and our customers, they can order them from one place. So that's really the purpose of our existence. So they don't have to try to order their napkins and their chemicals and all their different food items from a bunch of different vendors. They can just order right from Reinhardt. So just the food service industry in general, just to kind of show, how big the industry is. Like in 2016, which that's grown by now, there's over 14 million employees in the state of Minnesota employed in food service. So it's 9% of the total employment in Minnesota at that time. And has anybody in here worked in a restaurant before, worked in the food industry? I think a lot of people have. I was a waitress when I was like 14 years old. So if you just want to raise your hand, if any of these apply to you, does everybody like food? Some of you? I do. You like restaurants? I do. We talked about working in food service. Do you like to work hard? Makes you feel more efficient, right, at the end of the day? You like money? Everybody's got to raise their hand for that, right? Does anybody not mind getting up early in the morning or working, odd hours? Are you good at problem solving? Right? That's all part of it. And do you have goals? That's one thing a lot of our drivers say is like the accomplished feeling that you feel at the end of the day. And then the problem solving too, just like our drivers are the face of Reinhardt. We have sales consultants out there, but we have double the amount of drivers that we do sales consultants. So that relationship with the customer and those accounts, the driver really is the face of Reinhardt. So it's not just, there's more than delivery that's involved in the job, building those relationships. So we're just going to talk more about possibilities of working for what we think is an elite company. So Reinhardt is owned by a company called Ray's Holdings, which we'll talk about in a couple slides. But Reinhardt has 28 different distribution centers, and then we also have a meat processing plant, which is in La Crosse. So customers can order, fresh steaks and things like that today. They can put that in for their order. The meat plant will cut it, prepare it, and ship it out tonight to our division to be delivered tomorrow, which is a pretty cool competitive advantage for a lot of our customers. And then we also have a produce company out in Vermont. And even our distribution center, we do a lot of produce sales. There's over 5,300 employees in the company. Reinhardt is a $6 billion company. Ray's Holdings is over $30 billion. And then all of it is still family owned. So the Ray's Holdings that owns us, they're owned by the Ray's brothers, it was like 5 different brothers that started a company delivering out of their van. Like a really cool story how these brothers grew this business to this size. So, yeah.
Reinhardt as a company being $6 billion in sales. The division that Tracy and I worked on in Reinhardt, we do $650 million worth of business on that building. If not more, this next year we've got enough for this past year, but previous year we did 650. So we hold a pretty good chunk of that $6 billion.
Yeah.
We're strong. There's no shortage of work. We're going out around the road. We can call back here, set a dump truck and things. Some things that you got to think about for your careers. Some of that stuff is not all year round. You might only work 4, 5, 6 months out of the year. And then you're going to have the winter months to work. And then you're going to have benefits either where this is a year round, really stable network for you.
Yeah, it's even, you know, a lot of people at our division opened in 1999. So a lot of them have been there since 99. And even when we've had times where, yeah, Jimmy's one of them, you know, we actually do fairly well when there's recessions and different things like that because a large portion of our business is those food service chains. You know, people are still going to those places and eating. And then the hospitals, the schools, you know, all those locations are still ordering heavily even when the economy isn't necessarily doing as well. So it's definitely, you know, food service is a good place to be for stability. And I've been there 5 years now, so I really enjoy it. So different functions, things that we have available at Reinhardt, you know, our transportation department. So we have our Class A drivers, which is the majority of the department. There's about 150 people total in that department. So we have about 120 drivers. And then we have some Class B drivers. We have about 10 or 11 Class B. We have Class A driver leads, so that's like a stepping stone if somebody is looking, you know, for growth opportunities. We have our supervisor department, different admins, so there's a lot of different support. Our warehouse, you know, that is also about 150 employees. So the warehouse has the inbound 5 a.m. shift, so the, you know, the suppliers and things are delivering to us every day, Monday through Friday. They're taking those shipments, putting it away, and then we have what's called order selectors that select on at 10 o'clock and then at 6:30 at night. So they select that product and get it ready for the drivers to deliver. The trucks are loaded. You don't have to load your own trucks. We have our sales team. So the sales team is out in the marketplace, taking care of our customers, getting new business, marketing, purchasing, and then just other support functions like human resources, quality assurance. So, you know, there's a lot of different opportunities in the company as well. And then Reinhardt's shared purpose, so across all divisions, is we provide timely and innovative solutions that drive the success of our customers and the communities that we serve. So besides safety, you know, with the company, the customer is, you know, something that we all have a shared purpose in making sure that they're a priority. And we do a lot of different things for our customers. So besides making sure they get the food, the chemicals, the supplies they need, we have different magazines and things that go out to them to help them with menu design and development. So we have a chef that works with us and helps our customers design different items on their menu. We'll help them do analysis with their financials. I mean, really anything that we can help their business grow, we will do that. And then we also have our values, which is SPICE. So safety, people, integrity, change, exceptional results. You know, that's really what we really want to hold ourselves accountable to, is demonstrating all these. And then we have a recognition program with this too, where our employees can earn points and you can purchase gift cards or different, there's like 100,000 different items that you can purchase with your SPICE points. Get it right from us is one of our core values. You know, that's something that the customers, you know, in order to continue ordering from Reinhardt, they need to get their product right from us. Like, get it right, make sure everything's there, things aren't damaged. So we really want to provide good customer service. And then these are all the different companies that are a part of Ray's Holdings. So Coca-Cola is kind of new in the last, you know, 2 years or so to Ray's Holdings. So they have a lot of the distribution rights in the distribution centers and bottling centers in Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Iowa, so kind of that Midwest area, and then California and Nevada. And then Martin Brower. So Martin Brower is a little bit similar to us, but they service like 60% of the McDonald's internationally. So if you see Martin Brower trucks, those are always going to McDonald's. And then Ray's Beverage Group is actually the largest beer distributor in the United States. You don't see, sometimes you see that little diamond icon, and it's about 20 different distributors that have different names of their locations that make up Ray's Beverage Group. So as far as the actual driving job, you know, our summary of the job would be Class A drivers safely transport products from the distribution center to the customer locations. Unload cases of product from the trailer using a 2-wheel cart or a hand pallet mover directly into the operator's kitchen. So a big difference, with us and the pop and some of the beverage industries is, we're bringing it to the customer location into their kitchen or cooler or freezer, but we're not doing displays or date rotation. I know that's kind of a frustrating process for a lot of delivery drivers out there, so that's a positive thing about working for Reinhardt is there's none of that. And then our drivers are safe. We talked about the customer service, work hard, and have fun. So the different positions that we have, so we have 3 different levels of positions. So all of them require, being age 21 or older. The regular Class A driver would be somebody who has a year of recent Class A driving experience. And then everybody in this room, unless you've already been doing maybe some training at a different company recently, but everybody in this room should fall into that associate driver category. So you have your Class A license, you're coming from a school, that we've reviewed with our safety team that, meets Reinhardt standards for safety, and you have less than 1 year of recent driving experience. So for that level, we will provide training, so additional training when you start with Reinhardt. So you'll ride with another driver who's helping train you for anywhere from 90 days to 6 months. Some people, graduate into that professional driver at 90 days. Some people, we just want to train a little bit longer, and that person might feel like they need more training too, and we'll definitely provide that. And then kind of graduate into that professional driver level. So it's something that we really want to do to help people coming out of school. And then a driver trainee is really somebody, like if we had a warehouse employee, maybe similar to what McLean is doing, we'll pay for our internal employees to go to school. So things that set us apart, we really believe one thing is financial security. So just kind of looking at we're on a component paid basis is how we pay our drivers. So it's based off of basically like that route pay it's route pay. So it's miles, cases, stops. There's some other components in there. There's some bonuses in there. We have like idle bonus, or if you're delivering, the quality of the product as it's coming off the truck stays the way that it was on the truck. We offer bonus incentives for our drivers for delivering really good quality product. So our average in 2018, looking at all of our drivers, when we take an average of where people are at, was $33 an hour. So kind of taking their total component pay divided by those hours worked in 2018. For new drivers coming in, we can take some time in your training just to get up to speed while you're training and be efficient. So we guarantee a minimum effective hourly rate for your first 6 months of $24.48 an hour, or route pay. So once you're done with your training and you're on your route, and if you're more efficient and earning a higher effective hourly rate with your route pay, we'll pay the greater of the two. It's just that it's kind of a safety net during your first 6 months just to make sure you're not falling below that $24.48. When somebody's training in our associate program, so if you're training with somebody for 90 days, you're guaranteed an effective hourly rate of $21 an hour during that training time, and then you graduate to that professional driver level, and that's where that $24.48 would kick in then. And we're also offering a hiring bonus for that associate program of $3,000, just to kind of help you guys out.
Some of the costs in school paying for it.
Yeah.
How does that work?
How is it? Yeah, it's paid at, what is it now, Jimmy?
So you get 500 after 3 months, 1,000 after 9 months, and then 1,500 after 18 months. So it's paid out in 18 months.
And then does anybody have questions about this? We can wait till the end too. Yeah.
So when you're $21 an hour, you still get paid overtime?
It's a flat rate to work in the commerce in the truck, just like Interstate Commerce Act. We're investigating you with helping you go out the miles that you need, you're training in a shorter period of time. As long as you're legal, we're not worried about the hours that we work in. So we work in 50, 60, it's about $49,000, but it's only for 3 months. And after that, then you go to the border-based pay scale. Shouldn't shoot it up quite a bit.
Yeah, it's during that. No, we haven't. That's true. I can't remember the last time somebody left because of pay. And we also have, I think we're the 4th highest out of those 28 divisions with our retention in the company still. So it's a pretty good place to work. But so let's say you're doing really well in your training. So for that 90 days, you'd earn that guaranteed 21 during your training. And then at 90 days, if you're doing well with your training, you'd graduate to that professional driver level. And then for 6 months, we'd guarantee that minimum of 24.48 or the route pay, whichever is greater.
It's 24.96.
We just had our merit increases, so 24.96, yeah. And then the benefits, we have 3 different medical plan options. So there's a few different plans to choose from, just depending on what works best for you. One of those is actually like a higher deductible plan, but it's a free plan to the employees. So we have quite a few of our employees that are interested in that. The premium is free, the company pays for that. And then we have dental, vision, 401k. There's an employer match after being with the company for a year. We have employer paid life insurance. There's a lot of different other unique benefits like identity theft insurance, roadside assistance. We have a lot of different things to choose from for our benefits. And then we just like to throw this out there, like what sets us apart. You know, one thing we do a lot of at the division is trying to do fun things for employees and their families and just making sure people know that we appreciate them. So we do like an ice fishing extravaganza in February. Yeah.
This next year, we're actually on this committee, so this next year we actually have plans to have a family day down there as well.
Yeah, so we try to do a lot of different fun events for the employees that people can sign up for. These are just some examples of things we do. So that driver in the middle with the cake, has anybody ever heard of like the IFTA rodeo? So it's a rodeo that food companies do. So like McLean and Cisco, US Foods, Reinhardt, part of this organization called IFTA. It's this big rodeo down in, and not like a cowboy rodeo, down in Florida. So it's a driver competition. So we hold it at the division where there's like, I don't know if you call it obstacles, but there's
it's an obstacle course. You have to do an alley dock, you have to do some right-hand corners, stopping the bumper on a front stop. Like 6 or 7 different obstacles, straight line, one of the other ones. We kind of mix it up every year. We try to mix it up really same as 1 or 3 years in a row. But we got some anxious people this year.
Yeah, so like Andy, you know, we'll pay whoever the winner is, we'll pay for them and their family to go down to Florida, go to Disney World, whatever else is down there, and then they compete in the rodeo against these other food service companies. The one on the right there with some of the kids, we did like a family day this last summer. So employees' families could tour the warehouse, the kids, could get truck rides in the parking lot. So they thought that was pretty cool. And then ice fishing. So this guy with the beard, that's the transportation manager, Mike Fitzpatrick. We did a parade to try to, get our name out there and do some recruiting for drivers this last summer. We also do community involvement. So Second Harvest, we try to relate it to food, is a food packaging company. So we have volunteers that do that. The Union Gospel, for people that don't have homes, we'll go and serve food there. We do that once a quarter, different donations. So that's just some stuff about us. We have some bags and just a flyer with some of the key information on here and how to apply. Does anybody have any questions right now for Jimmy and I?
We live in Rhino countries from Minnesota to Texas to Florida to Maine, so there are some divisions out there. And it's just, I think, Bedford is one. It's close to Boston. Yeah. And with Reinhardt, if you start off with Reinhardt, and Tracy was talking about opportunities in the beginning, the RIAS companies, this thing is massive, really promote they have beer distributors and coffee distributors all up and down California, in that. So if you get in here, if you wanted to move back out to LA, for sure there's opportunities to relocate.
Did you say, is this location out of La Crosse, did you say, or?
That's where the main, plant is, or where it had started from. This is where Jesse's from. And that the meat county plant is there, but it's where the corporate headquarters is for the plant.
Yeah, we're in Rogers, Minnesota. This whole presentation is for Rogers, Minnesota. But again, too, domicile areas, I didn't think I heard anybody that was too far away. Yeah, and then, the St. Paul Woodbury locations, we have quite a few people that, have 1.5 hour drive to work. But when you're delivering at 3 in the morning, it doesn't really matter. A lot of our routes, most from these between 3 and 5. It ranges anywhere from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
When I first started at Ryan, I actually lived in Grove, St. Paul, a little bit today. Once they figured out we got a place up there. There's lots of nice communities up there as well. Elk River, Maple Grove, Ramsey, lots of good places to go to look.
Yeah, so you actually delivered them?
Yeah, I started out as a driver. Actually started out at Budweiser. That's how I got my Class A, I got my B, and then I got my A. I was there for 9 years, and then I saw this job and I went and drove for 9 years. Right out of the office up to about 10.
Do a lot of stairs?
There's a lot of stairs, yeah. There's more stairs in beer than there is in food.
And do you guys have those, dollies that have the sisters? Looking down the stairs, you just give a little bit and then
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We don't, but it's certainly something that we look at. The number one thing on our 4 dollies is safety. If there's a stop out there that it's man that need to have some extra. A lot of times it's just how much you put on your car. Unfortunately, a lot of basements in St. Paul are going to be outlets. There are a lot of restaurants do have the kitchen service where
that's U.S. food started to. Yeah.
Sure. You can go to selection of the meat. Yeah, it's just a little assist to help people out. Brakes will do the same thing as cars with brakes, used to slow it down. The gravity does all the work. So DWIs, we can't have anybody for 5 years. The other big one that sometimes gets a lot of people is texting while driving. In a commercial motor vehicle, we won't allow that one for 5 years.
What about the bigger than that?
So you'd have to go through a shot.
Yeah, we'll just go through the process, make the offer, run the background check, and make the decision.
So let's say you got done.
We have 9 years ago. We have companies on our roster, everyone, we got to look at it case by case.
Yeah, it really depends on how long ago, severity, there's so many different factors. Yeah.
If you have a Justice Society and working at bettering yourself, then I think take that consideration.
We have, yeah, I think a lot of companies are going towards that now. There's not like a flat rule on felonies. It would just qualify those.
And then can you explain more about benefits? Because you guys aren't union, right?
We're not.
No, yeah.
So what's the maximum plan? You guys take off those paychecks then? How's that work?
Well, you pay a premium. Like the first 2 plans, like that one is a high deductible, it's covered by the company, it just has a higher deductible plan basically. So those premiums on your paycheck, premium is company paid. And then there's two other plans. It depends if you're on the employee only, or the family plan, or employee plus children. There's a couple different levels of, what you would pay out of your paycheck. But we offer, the rates are there, but then if you do a free health screening, we offer a really big discount on rates. So it just kind of depends. And my card is on there, so if anybody really has questions about how much the benefits cost, I can send that information.
What's the 401k match?
It's 50, well, after, so you can contribute right away to the 401k plan, and then after a year of employment, the match kicks in. And it's 50% of what you're contributing up to your first 10%. So if you're doing 6%, they'll do 3. If you're doing 10%, they'll do 5. Yeah. And that health screening to get discounts on insurance is very easy. If you don't pass your health screening, you literally we can help you go online, do a few quizzes, and then you just have to tell them you're going to eat vegetables for like a month, track it on there, and put it in that. So it's pretty easy.
Talk about the requirement changes.
Yeah, as far as the PTO program, so your first year with the company, you earn PTO bi-weekly. So your first year with the company, you earn 80 hours. It's broken up bi-weekly, but you earn every 2 weeks, but you earn 80 hours in your first year. And then years 1 through 4, you'll be earning 120 hours per year of PTO. So then we have there's 6 paid holidays too.
Does it carry over?
It does. It can. There's depending on your years of service, there's a cap that can be in your bank. But yeah, if you're not at that cap, it'll go over. Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty aggressive plan that the company came out with. I've had the last 7 years been doing all the new hires. And there was some analysis coming in our current plan. You couldn't get that 2 weeks until after 7 years. Now you're going to be there a year after year anniversary. First year, you're going to 2 weeks vacation. Now, it's pretty incredible. Sometimes when you're looking for a job, sometimes you make rash decisions, don't really balance it all out, but I love the questions about 401k. I mean, there's a lot of things that employers contribute to that a lot of companies don't. You don't see that. It's not listed on the paycheck or sometimes I think we distribute at the end of the year how much money the company actually pays into the other benefits is pretty solid.
How about the seniority thing, like it's in the meeting?
It is, but with this new plan, you accrue each paycheck, so before you sit, right now we have a problem with somebody taking June through August, most of the time now, but now they'll force them to kind of spread it out throughout the whole year, so it won't be as much lockdown as it is right now. And that is, but for the new guys, you're always trying to balance out, we moderate payment, but if you take a full week, that's usually going to trump the guy that just wants to put his own practice. So you could trump the top guy by taking the full week.
So then, so you work Saturdays for a while then?
Not necessarily, but yes, we do an outfit for drivers every February, we did their schedule. And I have seen some years where it's gone all the way up and down the guy, where he's got one on the shift, but it's all on call, so it's carry. Some drivers, like Steve, I want to go to St. Paul Monday, St. Paul Tuesday, I don't know anywhere else. Right. I've seen a lot of new guys come in and make a lot of money quick for a couple of years. By just being able to go wherever, run about, fly, and call. If you have that special act, then it's certainly good.
And go anywhere else.
That's what's yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
I call. Yeah. Right. And we want everybody to have an office. We want to make our drivers successful. So we do everything we can to pay this. It's a tough job for everyone. But what it does have is stability. All 9 years I've been here, we've never gone down in sales. Even those years of 2007, 8, and 9, when a lot of companies closed up and selling trucks, we're still recording growth. So it's been an incredible run. For me, it's been a good run.
Yeah, they started at 50 million in sales in 99 and now they're at 650. So the goal is $1 billion.
We have to build a little bit.
But we own the whole 20 acres behind their building too.
They put the whole thing over if you want.
Any other questions?
They are also automatic. They have a handful of manuals left, but they're all automatic. It's testing to manage our automatic only, it's not restricted now.
Did you hear that, Robert?
No, good.
Did you hear that? There's a job waiting for you.
I mean, I don't know, I feel like, I talk for ourselves, people getting that, but either way, is the reason that we have a pension because, like, why don't other businesses offer pension, I guess, is kind of my question, I guess.
So the valid question is, how do they, for something like that, it's, it's always there. But the unions that felt to, like the, that's just from Cisco, that unions kind of shot them down and they keep working on it.
I have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
We might need.
I mean, seems to be a little bit outdated, I guess. Most people are pushing for the 401k. Yeah.
And you have the ability to manage your.
You can, yeah. And you can, you can set your investments different.
Any other questions?
They say on average, which don't, I'm not a financial expert, but I've watched my 401ks and the statistic sounds right from what I can see. That your 401k, I have it in a plan that it's not conservative, whatever the market's doing, it just goes. They say it will double every 7 years, and that's exactly what Miami's done the last 14 years. So, anyways, all right. Any other questions? Our phone numbers are on those sheets, both Jimmy and I, so you can call us anytime. It tells you how to apply to, or if you just want to come into the division and meet with us, we will make time for that. So. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Has everybody been a bag?
Yeah.
See, they give you like 10 grand a year in stock.
That's why you can 10%. You're probably taking. I think this is where I'm gonna go.
TMC?
No, Reinhardt.
Oh, Reinhardt?
I want to deliver. And I love mornings. So 2 a.m. to like noon. You'd be done at noon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's what they said. I saw their first one. Because I was here December 15th or something. But yeah, they're good. Just hard. You look it up and you say, hey, if you can do it. Because it's not just driving. I mean, you're home every day. 33 an hour. But they say if you're like, some people are done in 6 hours. But you get paid for the whole ride. You only get paid for it takes you 12 hours. If it takes you 12 hours, you're going to get paid more.
Or the lacrosse scores are easier to deliver to.
Probably. Yeah, that's what I was, because you make like 10, 15, 20 stops. There's a lot more parking and shit to deal with, but it's 4 in the morning though too, and there's nobody around.
True.
But Yeah. Seems good, but yeah, matching is 5%. You do 10%. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't really know. Everybody else is saying like 3.
Yeah.
And they cap out pretty quick, so who knows?
What's going on? That's gonna move you back. Oh, thank you. Thanks, man.
Hello? Yes. Hi, how are you?